Welcome to 5 Minutes of Fusion 360. I'm an engineer, and in this video series, I'll explain CAD design with Autodesk's Fusion 360, step by step, in 5-minute videos. Since this video is the first in this series, it will be exceptionally a few minutes longer to be able to explain everything important to get started. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any videos. The videos build on each other, and each video will show a specific topic or feature of Fusion 360. You can watch a video every day, for example, and easily become a pro, step by step. Just follow the numbers of the videos for the right order. At this point, you may be wondering what you can actually do with Fusion 360. Fusion 360 from Autodesk is a CAD program that allows you to create 3D objects using your PC. You can then print these 3D models with a 3D printer, for example. By the way, the abbreviation CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. You can download Fusion 360 for free as a private user or hobby designer. Fusion 360 is a very powerful program, which is in no way inferior to some very expensive professional CAD programs, and is ideal for hobby users. With Fusion 360 you can not only design but also animate, simulate, render, plan manufacturing, create electronic designs, and much more. In this first video, you will get an overview of the Fusion 360 program environment and its features. When we first start the program, we are asked to create a team or join a team. This is necessary and useful because Fusion 360 is very good for working on files and projects across users. Simply click on Create Team or Join a Team you know. When you create a new team, you can give it any name you want. Optionally, you can invite friends or colleagues to join the team and work together on projects. Let's take a look at some important settings before we take a closer look at the program environment. We can open the settings on the top right with Preferences. In general, we can set the desired language if needed, and also adjust the backup interval for the automatic restore. 5 minutes is quite okay. In the Design tab we check if Capture Design History is set. We also take a look at the default units and check whether the unit millimeters is entered here for each point. As you can see, there are a lot of other settings, but we'll just leave them as they are. You can also check them yourself in detail and adjust them to your individual needs. In the top menu bar on the right side you will find the Help function and the Notification Center, as well as the Job Status, which shows you whether you are currently performing calculations, for example simulations, and whether you are doing them online or offline. With Extensions, you can purchase program extensions, such as Additive Simulation or Generative Design, as required. With Subscribe Now, you can convert a trial version into a purchase version. With the plus symbol you can add a new design file. You can also do this in the menu File, which is located on the left side. Here on the left side you can also find some common functions like Save, Undo, and Redo. In the File menu you can also create a new electronic design or a new drawing, as well as export the current design file in a specific format, for example as an STL file, in preparation for 3D printing. With the button Show Data Panel, you can open your file database. The design files are stored online and organized into so-called teams. You can also create or join a team here once again. Organize your design files in this area with folders, like on a normal PC. You can also upload files to this directory. When you have created a file, you can click on the little box of the version history to get more information about the current design file and the previous versions, as well as open the desired version. As soon as you change something in an already saved file and then save it again, a new version is created. Now we come to the actual working environment of Fusion 360. At the top left you can switch between the different workspaces. As already mentioned, you can design, animate, render, simulate and create technical drawings. Generative design and simulation are currently not available in the hobby version, but can be purchased. In the central menu bar, you can distinguish between several areas for designing. Very important are the two areas, solid and sheet metal. These are used for the construction of solids, that means 3D objects, and sheet metal parts, that means 3D objects made of sheet metal. But there are also surface, mesh, plastic, and utilities. Depending on what you want to design, you have to choose one of the sections for it. The menu tabs are identical, except for the Utilities tab. They contain respectively the sections Create, Modify, Assemble, Construct, inspect, insert, and select. The left area of the design environment contains the part browser or just browser. Here we find specific settings for the document unit, which we can edit by clicking on the small pencil icon. Furthermore, all views as well as the origin, the planes, and the axes are made available here. However, the main function of this part browser is to list the created components, bodies, sketches, construction elements, and so on. In the upper right area is the orbit cube. This cube can be used to select views of the current construction, as well as to rotate the drawing environment including the object. Rotation of the drawing environment is also possible by holding down the Shift key while moving the mouse. Panning is possible with the mouse wheel pressed and a mouse movement. Zooming is done as usual by turning the mouse wheel. With a right click with the mouse, we can call up the quick selection menu, with which many commands can be executed quickly. Simply move back and forth between the options, without a click. In the drawing environment area, we find at the bottom left the possibility to note comments about the construction, and in the middle area a quick selection bar, with which we can also select a few basic functions, mainly for the display. Finally, the bar at the very bottom is the construction timeline, where the individual processing steps are listed and can be followed chronologically. More details and explanations to all these bars and functions you will find step by step in the next videos. Perfect. That was the most important information to get started with Fusion 360, explained in a nutshell. Be sure to watch all subsequent videos to become a Fusion 360 Pro. Step by step we will go more and more into details with each video. I will explain all the important and necessary features to you. Please support me with a like, comment or in any other way if you want to see more of these videos. Thanks and see you soon.